So here's what to expect from the governments in 2023 when it relates to crypto and digital assets in general. This whole FTX thing has really panicked people in the world, but that's being used as the excuse for governments to create tight regulations around all this stuff. We knew this was going to happen. You know, these are financial products. So the financial regulations from across the world are recommended by an organization called FATF, Financial Action Task Force. Years back, they released recommendations that already gave us a hint of which direction the whole world would go. Now, most of the governments in the world are adopting those. Here's a few key ones. One big one is that they are going to create regulations that require anybody transferring crypto between people to follow something called the travel rule. And the travel rule says that anytime you transfer money, you have to provide the name, citizenship, and a bunch of other details of the recipient on the other side in order to avoid money laundering. So that is being adopted across the countries. That's actually one of the things that most of the people that I speak about in the regulatory space are concerned about, because if we have to provide details of each other to be able to send crypto, that kind of removes the point of crypto. Another thing that's going to start to happen now is banks are going to start to actually custody crypto, because the regulations are so tight that people can't follow them. Then we'll need to work with organizations that can follow regulations like we do today. So it's going to be big institutions. It's going to be banks that can follow those regulations. Another set of regulations that's going to happen is something called the VASP regulations, Virtual Asset Service Provider regulations. That's a mouthful. In all the new regulations, we'll need to make sure that they have a very specific and strict set of recording and management and reporting that they will actually need to do to be able to provide that service. So that's actually going to knock down a lot of the different business models we have within crypto, because it's been the wild, wild west. So expect 2023 to be the year of the beginning of the news tightening around crypto itself. And sadly to say, I see it more moving towards a centralized control with selective decentralization being applied in places where it fits into the bigger plan of things. There's good sides to it, but there's bad sides to it as well. But that's where we're headed.